Hello, welcome to this edition of Intelligent Video Today. I'm your host, Steve Vonderhaar. Join us on today's episode, Mickey Miller, CEO over at Vislink. Welcome, Mickey.
Well, thank you, Steve. It's a pleasure to be here.
We're pleased to be able to talk with you about Vislink and what you folks are doing with video-centric networking. Tell us what that means, that term video-centric networking, and how does it shape the Vislink value proposition?
Absolutely. Well, video-centric networking is different than typical networking because, in data or voice, you can drop a packet or two and everything's fine. But when you're on the biggest stages of the world at the most critical times, you can't afford to do that. So we're very focused on secure, highly reliable video-centric communications. And we have a lot of advanced communication techniques that allow us to do that. And that's how
So,
we differentiate.
yeah, so how does that translate into products? So what does Vislink actually sell?
A good point. We've got a vast array of products, and the best way to think about it is we are the only one in the world that can transmit high quality, high reliable video over whatever medium, whether it's proprietary networks, public 5G, private 5G, satellite networks, you name it. We have the ability to do it all. And so that's what our customers come to us for. The fact that we have the understanding of the various technologies can bring them what the optimal solution to do what they need to do.
So a lot of your legacy customers have been in kind of the sports and media categories. How are companies in those segments putting your technologies to work?
Well, a lot of great examples. Think about every major event, the Super Bowl, the halftime Super Bowl show, the NBA Finals, the NHL Finals, the Stanley Cup, the NBA Finals. In fact, the Stanley Cup, the NHL uses our technology to validate the integrity of the game. Every single goal throughout the NHL at every single stadium uses our technology to make sure it was a goal and make sure that the actual puck did cross the line. So it's very important for the NHL, and they're willing to invest the kind of money that they do to make sure the integrity of the game is upheld. But that's just one example. That's kind of a corner case. But typically, you see us providing wireless camera sets, which are the things when you see at a major event like a NFL game this weekend. You see a lot of times where in the end zone, after a touchdown, you'll see a camera person that will have an antenna coming off the camera. That's basically what we do. We allow them to use wireless technology in the same way that they would use a wired technology, but without the wires. So it's a huge advantage to our customers and partners to be able to bring these really intimate and immersive shots that they wouldn't be able to get if they had to tether onto a cable. The other examples are air to ground. Every major network in the world typically uses our product to take images from the air. It all started back with the old OJ chase. People saw that and go, wow, I can get that. I can be done. And that's pretty much been distributed throughout the world. So that capability to bring online really relevant air shots is critical. And that's also used tremendously by public safety and defense.
Yeah, I was going to
And
ask you about.
lastly,
Go ahead.
and then the last piece is our bonded cellular and our 5G products. We're at the forefront of using the latest technologies to do the same things, but different environments. So many times in sports today, it's not only the story, but it's the story around the story. So you see these particular pieces that they put together about a certain player, or they're watching a team come off the bus. You need a different technology to be able to do that than what's being done in the stadiums. And we do that. And then lastly, we have a vast infrastructure network of point-to-point links. We just had a large program that we did with Radio TV Malaysia that basically allows them to distribute their video throughout the entire country of Malaysia. Alcast, which is one of the biggest sports networks in the Middle East. They do over 1,400 events. They did the World Cup 2 years ago. Our technology allowed them to bring feeds from every single stadium that they had events in back and distribute throughout the world. So we're quite global in our approach, bringing these leading edge technologies to our customers to allow them to do something that's unique and different.
really you're making video acquisition more mobile, more flexible. You can practically get video from anywhere. And I guess that has applications beyond the realm of sports and media. Increasingly, in the areas of coverage for intelligent research, we're seeing a lot of activity in the video surveillance realm. Do you see yourself in a role? You mentioned public safety before. Is that a category of interest for Vislink?
Absolutely, absolutely. The DHS, Border Protection, our customer of ours. Almost every major country in the Middle East uses our technology to survey their borders, to understand what's happening on their borders. So in times like this of geopolitical strain, we're seeing that area of our business increase. We also do transmissions from borders themselves, from stationary as well as from air, in drone capability as well. So we think that's an area of tremendous growth for us as our customers try to identify what's happening. As AI evolves, it'll allow them to do things much more efficiently. And so we think it's a great opportunity for us to continue to evolve our technology into these new use cases.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about AI and its role in video surveillance. I think that so many times when we're dealing with like departments of transportation, we have all this video rolling in that nobody ever looks at, really.
Right.
Tons of inputs that with video enriched information that really never gets analyzed. What kind of role can AI play in terms of making these video surveillance systems more productive, giving us more information?
Well, if you think about it, video gives you something that you can't get from data, you can't get from voice, and it's just real time, dynamic, very contextual information, which is incredible for AI to identify patterns, to make predictions and generate insights that normally you wouldn't be able to get. Like to your point, still today in many control rooms, you'll see 25 to 30 screens with 15 to 20 people watching those. How effective is that? A computer can do that much better, and then provide more insight to those officers in the control room to do much more proactive things. So we think AI is going to have a tremendous effect. And when we look at what our product does, you think about us as the gateway to the internet. So we're taking this video and getting it to the internet, whether it's through proprietary networks, public networks, satellite networks, you name it, we're able to get that there in a very efficient way. And that's going to be required more as more AI is deployed, because you can't do it locally. There's not enough GPU power to do it locally. It's just not economically or from a power perspective feasible. So this allows that to get to the cloud to be analyzed and allow our customers to make more real-time proactive decisions.
Now, beyond video surveillance, we're also seeing large companies becoming more involved in video production. Matter of fact, you can start to think of some large corporations as video production houses of their own right. What are you seeing from that category, and what types of opportunities do you see in that realm for Vislink?
Exactly. Good point, Steve. When you think about a Fortune 500 company, they recognize they're a brand. They're effectively a broadcaster of their brand. And I think, obviously with the Apple product days, that showed you what that can do. So we see large customers like Google, Meta, others doing amazing things and recognizing that video is so important to telling their message. What do they say? A picture is worth 1,000 words, so having a video is worth 1,000,000 words. And so it allows them to really get their message across in a very succinct, compelling way. So we've seen that happen, because it's interesting, with our sports customers, when you think about brands, they're massive brands. I just saw the other day that the NFL in 2010, they were a $7 billion business, and they'll be over a $20 billion business this year and expect to be over 28 billion by 2027. So they've recognized they're a brand, and they're monetizing that brand in many ways. And I think people see that if you go in the basement of a venue of an NFL game, there's hundreds of people down there producing content for that venue alone. I think SoFi Stadium, the new stadium out in LA, has like 2,700 screens throughout the entire complex. So when you think about it, these brands have recognized that it's a way for them to monetize things in ways they've never done before. So we're seeing it not only in the Fortune 500 brands, but then when you go to mega churches that want to broadcast their message to the world. I think the pandemic brought about that there's ways for mega churches to get their message across globally through broadcast of that message versus having everyone come in for the weekend. So we've seen mega churches make major investments to be able to take real-time video and data and distribute that to their members, I guess you would say, throughout the world. And we only see that increasing. And it's not just, and that just begins. Then you get to the content creators. Over 1 million subscribers on Instagram. They have the ability to do some amazing things, and the technology that we bring allows them to do that as well.
Yeah, the bottom line is that video really is becoming ubiquitous, and whether it's mega churches, sports and media rights holders, video surveillance systems, there's new applications for video that are enriched by AI, where you can get more from those particular applications due to better software solutions wrapped around the video. How do you see that AI trend impacting the demand for high-end video infrastructure like that, which is being developed by Vislink? Do you see AI really having an impact on how you think about your product roadmap moving forward?
Yeah, I think absolutely. There's no question. We're already seeing customers today where they say, it's basically, on the edge video. How do you get that on the edge video back to where you can analyze it and then get it back to where decisions can be made in the regions or in the theaters of operation? So we're seeing that throughout the world in our defense applications. I think, AI has been deployed in defense for some time. They're very familiar with it, very mission oriented. And that's one thing we always find is, people like to talk about AI and hear AI on every single company's pitch these days, but it's really about what's the mission, what are they trying to achieve, and how can AI optimize and make that, better quality, lower cost, whatever that objective is. You have to be able to use that technology. So that's where we're spending a lot of our time, because there's a lot of different AI capability out there, but how well you understand the use case and the problem that you're trying to solve. And that's where I think we have a unique situation. We understand our customers. We've been working with them, many of them for over 50 years. We've got strong partnerships with them. So we understand what their challenges are and what they're trying to achieve. And then we can take what available AI capabilities are and make those part of our solutions. We won't reinvent the wheel. There's plenty of great AI that's being created throughout the world, but we'll take that and apply that to our customers' problems to help them perform where they need to perform.
Yeah, I think that the focus on applied AI is a lesson that many video technology vendors could benefit through that focus, that you solve a specific problem and the world will beat a path to your door for sure. Mickey Miller, CEO of Vislink, thanks so much for taking the time to visit with us today.
Steve, great seeing you as always. Take care.
And we thank you for watching today's episode of Intelligent Video Today. To get access of more episodes of our Intelligent Video Today series, just go to the link right below there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notifications of future interviews with thought leaders like Mickey Miller from Vislink. For Intelligent Video Today and Intelligent Research, I'm Steve Onderhaar. Thanks for your time.